What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Guess I'm gonna start off like a Big Ticket does, and I'm gonna play one of my songs. The album is dropping August the 1st. I went on and did an album since people say I don't know what I'm doing with all this equipment and everything. But check this out. I want to play this song, man. I haven't heard it in quite some time because I've been playing all the other songs. So check this out. This is called Stuck in Here. You're stuck in here. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. I'm gonna do like Big Ticket does and play something for y'all in the beginning. Yeah.
It's Uncle Mike, and you ain't stuck in life. You stuck somewhere up in your head. Let's talk about it.
You ain't stuck in life. You stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here. You ain't stuck in life. You stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here.
You create problems that don't even exist. Talking yourself out the shot before you even miss. Addicted to complaining, finding comfort in the pain. More loyal to your fear than building up your name. You overthink your vibe and question who you are. Then wonder why success still feels so far. If you don't fix the code that's running underneath, you're gonna keep signing up and quitting every week. Blaming trainers, coaches, every strategy, but truth is, you avoiding that mirror tragically. You don't need clarity, nah, you need the truth. And you gotta stop ducking the work that's in the booth.
You ain't stuck in life, you stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here. You ain't stuck in life, you stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here.
You blame life like it cursed your name, but every storm just testing how bad you want change. You ain't scared of failing, you scared to shine. Cause success means no excuses, just grind. It's easier to quit and say it ain't for me than to face that mirror and disagree. You sabotage good things when they're near, saying it's not enough, but that's your fear. You think you need clarity, but you need guts to do the damn work when the hype dies and cuts. Ain't no magic, it's muscles and scars. You can pray all you want, but action's the stars. You ain't lost, you just looping the pain. Same pages, different book, still the same game. You waiting for a sign, it's already lit. That fire you need, you was born with it. So what you gonna do? Blame the map or move your shoes. Every why me is a chain. Break loose.
You ain't stuck in life, you stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here. You ain't stuck in life, you stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here.
Until you change what's going on in here, nothing out there will ever change.
They say that you are a fool if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and you're expecting something different to happen, a different outcome, something else. You got to do something different in order for something different to happen. I want to start off by saying Hulk Hogan, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. I was going to try to pull both of these up, but that's the only way I can pull it up to just show the picture. Rest in peace. He was a
Y'all know
wrestler.
how they be doing with the system,
A wrestler and everything.
Man. Something going on with the StreamYard stuff, man. I don't know what it is, but again, I've already notified them.
Check this out. He was starting off with Big Ticket, man. He must have been talking. Yeah, he must have been talking right here. Nobody can hear him. So when they hear him, all he hear is press 2. So everybody putting up 2s. They don't hear him say press 1 if you.
Yeah, I press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments. Got a mic check.
Yeah.
Press 1 if y'all can hear me.
So all the twos right going now. Up. So I thought that was kind of funny. No sound, no sound.
StreamYard, man. Something going on with this StreamYard stuff.
So man, now they can hear him. So the bunch of ones coming up, man. Shout out to Big Ticket.
I've already notified them. I've sent them a message about this.
Gotta give them a thumbs up, baby.
So hopefully they can get their situation fixed. But as I tell y'all, if the left one don't get you, if the left one don't get you,
the right one will.
The right one will. If the left one do not get you, the right one will. See, everybody thought that when Diddy was found not guilty of sex trafficking and RICO, they thought, yeah, it's over with, man. Ain't nothing else to talk about here. All right. Well, remember how Diddy's first case started. Now, Diddy beat that case, so he can't restart. They cannot bring that case back with Cassie and Jane Doe and Mia. They can't bring that back with those three chicks, right? Can't do it. Now, guess what? Guess what? They can bring a different case if they have different evidence. Same charges. Meaning, if it's a whole different situation, meaning if it's a whole different person, whole different circumstances, right? Whole different evidence.
I think they held back
because they use this in civils to create criminals. That's how they do.
They held back on the Diddy case, man, by far. All that evidence they collected, and only one person took the stand in this RICO part. They ain't try to tie anybody else to the RICO but Diddy.
So now
they held back.
You got this dude that's looking like a young,
stallion.
He looking like a young
Cock Diesel.
What's the dude's name on Baby Boy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know. The nigga that was up in the kitchen. Cooking breakfast. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know sometimes it might be crazy. I'll always be here for you, baby. Baby, I'm just trying to change the game. So let me work my thing.
Look like a young Therese.
Let me do this thing. He's just a baby boy. You're not the real McCoy. I will run these streets. Oh yeah. He up there looking like a young ass Melvin. Bald head nigga named Melvin. But his name is Michael. Michael Ejawoko is his name. And he's suing Sean Diddy Combs. He's accusing Vici Properties, which is a New York corporation that operates the Palazo, a luxury hotel and casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's also suing Wynn Resorts, which is a Nevada corporation that operates the Wynn, a luxury hotel and casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's also accusing the Northwood Investors, LLC, the London, which is a Colorado limited liability company that operates the London Hotel, a luxury hotel in Los Angeles, California. Right? So collectively, they're known as the hotel defendants. And he's suing Sean Diddy Combs. And he's accusing Sean Diddy Combs in the hotels of sex trafficking, sexual battery, and civil conspiracy, right? Now, he's accusing them of the violation of the Trafficking Victims Protection Act. Now, here's the problem Diddy got. Diddy's already a convicted felon. He's already a convicted felon. If he gets hit again, let's get into the allegations, right? So, according to his allegations, this is another chapter in his sad tale of sexual battery, sex trafficking, and civil conspiracy arising from lurid proclivities proclivities of disgraced music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Everybody in line, y'all. In or around 2018, this man first met Sean Combs. Mr. Combs hired him, who at all relevant times was a commercial sex worker. This man was led to believe that he was engaging in consensual sex work with adult women, including Cassie Ventura and Jane Doe, unaware that these women had been coerced or trafficked by Diddy. These services included, but were not limited to, oral copulation and physical penetration. This man provided these services twice in California and 3 times in Nevada. Diddy orchestrated and observed these encounters, never participating in the encounters himself, but deriving gratification from directing and watching others engage in acts that he choreographed. Diddy insisted that the plaintiff use body oil that Diddy personally supplied. This man is informed and believes that the baby oil or body oil was laced with GHB or similar drugs used to incapacitate both plaintiff and the female victims involved.
This show is funny how they had all this baby oil in Diddy's house, and they claiming they tested it and it didn't have anything in it but the ingredients of baby oil. But everybody else, there's so many people saying that baby oil had something in it. That's kind of strange, isn't it?
This man never consented to being drugged or manipulated and would have never agreed to participate had he known the truth. These events always occurred in hotels owned and operated by hotel defendants, the Palazo Casino Hotel, Wynn Casino Hotel in Las Vegas, and the London Hotel in Los Angeles. Hotel staff knowingly facilitated Diddy and his illicit activities by A, reserving rooms under aliases, including the name Mr. Star, to shield Combs' identity. B, granting access to private or secured areas to Diddy and his John Doe associates. C, escorting this man and other participants in the encounters to and from the rooms. D, cleaning and removing paraphernalia used in these encounters, including oils, substances, and drug-related items. E, failing to report or investigate clear signs of illegal conduct. On information and belief, hotel staff accepted direction from Diddy's entourage to prepare rooms for these encounters and conceal evidence afterwards, thereby actively enabling and protecting his conduct. Plaintiff is informed and believes that in at least one instance, Diddy paid $100,000 in cash to the hotel staff at the Intercontinental Los Angeles Century City, not a defendant in this action, but to suppress surveillance footage showing Diddy assaulting Cassie Ventura. Plaintiff did not learn of this payment until June the 3rd, 2025. This revelation establishes Diddy's pattern of practice of using money and prestige to make hotels do his bidding, and further confirmed to the plaintiff that his belief that the hotel defendants played a role knowingly enabling and concealing illegal acts herein alleged. Defendants, and each of them, filmed these encounters without the plaintiff's knowledge or consent. After Cassie and Jane Doe testified in Diddy's federal criminal trial, the plaintiff came to understand the coercive nature of the scheme and has since suffered profound humiliation, emotional trauma, and psychological distress. Now, here's the problem Diddy got before I go on. The problem Diddy has is, and I'm going to say this before I finish reading these allegations, is that now he has the men stacking up. See, even though that sex worker, right, that's what you call him because he was working for sex, Clayton Howard came out and destroyed Cassie. There's a reason why Sean Diddy Combs' legal team didn't put him on the stand. Because he implicated Diddy in sex trafficking too. That holds up to a life sentence, right? You said you hope Busby or Tyrone Blackburn is not his lawyer. First of all, why would you hope that Busby, who's out here winning all kind of lawsuits, wouldn't be your lawyer? I want Busby to be my lawyer. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. Busby just got between $15 and $33 million from Shannon Sharp, and I ain't saying against the brother. I'd have him be my lawyer because he wins cases. Look at the cases he's won against white folks. He just won a $640 million case against TNT Crane Company. This motherfucker's got the biggest collection in the United States. Y'all need to do your homework. So y'all just come on YouTube just talking shit. But no, this is not Tony Busby. This is a whole different lawyer. This is not Tyrone Blackburn. Right?
Facts. Yeah. That's crazy.
But let me say this.
Man, Bugsby, hey, he might have made us some mistakes that we think he shouldn't have made and had that girl change her mind or whatever the case may be, but down to the point, the boy is bad. He ain't no big multi-million-dollar lawyer for nothing, man. He wins cases. Facts.
The men are adding up.
Go research.
Because Clayton Howard said Diddy sex trafficked him. And he said that Diddy threatened him with a pistol.
Damn.
During one of the encounters. And he had other allegations against Diddy that would have implicated Diddy. That's why Diddy's legal team didn't put him on the stand, even though he said all that stuff about Cassie. That's why. Neither side put him on the stand, because he held both sides on the hook. And now what's going to happen is potentially, if you have enough of these men that come out that accuse Diddy of sex trafficking them under false pretenses, which Clayton Howard has done, and now this man has done, and also the other dude who had his guts blown out, Pauls, he did. The other model actor who ain't got no teeth no more, that dude. See, what happens is that the feds, who we've already told y'all, we've heard that they're still working on bringing more charges against Diddy. You got to think, man, bro, they can F around and try to bring a whole new case against this dude based off the dudes. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you listen to the testimony of Clayton Howard, he says, hey, man, the men we the ones that was sex trafficked. Now, Clayton Howard said Diddy and Cassie sex trafficked him, right? This man says that Diddy sex trafficked him. So you're going to have, Diddy is not off the hook. This is the thing people got to understand. This man got men out here saying this now. But let's keep going. So, first cause of action, sexual battery. The plaintiff, the man on your screen, realleges, and incorporates the preceding paragraphs as if set forth fully herein. The plaintiff was subjected to sexual contact without full and informed consent, as his ability to consent was nullified by the administration of drugs and false pretenses. Defendant Combs uses money, status, and power to exert force and fear over the plaintiff and convince the plaintiff and the woman into demeaning sexual acts. Defendant Combs watched, recorded, and masturbated during the coercive sexual encounters. Defendant Combs caused and directed these actions and is liable for sexual battery. The hotel defendants, employees who facilitated these acts, were acting within the course and the scope of their employment. The hotel defendants are vicariously liable for their employer's negligence, reckless, or knowing facilitation of the unlawful act by Combs. That's another place that they're going to be able to nail it. I'm going to tell y'all this, because some of those hotels are still open, and this is a problem that Diddy's going to have. If the feds go investigate and go talk to these hotels and hotel workers that are still open, remember the Continental was closed, but these other hotels are still open. If they can go pull up these other guys from these hotels, which is probably what they're doing, Diddy got some real shit. Because now what they can do is try to see if the hotels were complicit in helping set up this stuff. See, they didn't do that before. In the first trial, they didn't get anybody from the hotel to say, hey, look, we knew that they were setting up these freak-off events. Because check this out. If Diddy has to pay all this money on room repairs, and he's always going to the same place, right? What y'all think? You think the hotel staff don't know what's going on? They got $40,000, $10,000, $15,000 in repairs. You think they don't know what the hell going on in them rooms? They gotta know.
They
If you're
got
doing
to.
the same thing in these same rooms over and over and over and over and over again. The Intercontinental was closed. So that's different. These other hotels are open. They can go right in there, interview those people, and if they get any of these people to say, hey man, yeah, this was an organized situation, now it's a whole different situation that you're looking at, right? Now let's keep going, right? So he says the hotel defendants ratified or approved the conduct of defendant Combs in committing the acts of sexual battery described herein. As a direct and proximate result of Diddy's conduct, of the defendant's conduct, each of them, the plaintiff has suffered and continues to suffer severe emotional distress, including profound humiliation, shame, degradation, anxiety, trauma-related symptoms, and psychological injury. Plaintiff has also experienced a loss of dignity, reputational harm, and ongoing mental anguish stemming from his eventual realization of the coercive and exploitative nature of the scheme in which he was unknowingly entangled. These injuries have caused lasting harm that interferes with the plaintiff's personal well-being, relationships, and quality of life. The plaintiff has incurred and will continue to incur mental health related expenses as a result of the defendant's conduct, and each of them, the plaintiff has been damaged and suffered damages in the amount in excess of $500,000. And subjecting the plaintiff to wrongful treatment herein described, defendants and each of them acted willfully and maliciously to harm the plaintiff and consciously disregard the plaintiff's rights, which constitutes malice and oppression. Therefore, the plaintiff is entitled to the recovery of the punitive damages against the defendants and each of them in a sum to be shown according to proof. Civil conspiracy. The plaintiff realleges and incorporates the preceding paragraphs as if set forth fully herein. The defendants, each of them, were co-conspirators who agreed and acted in concert to facilitate the coerced sexual encounters involving the plaintiff and others. Defendant committed overt acts in furtherance of the conspiracy. Right? Beginning in or around 2018, the hotel defendants, through their employees and agents, entered into an agreement with the defendant Combs to facilitate his illicit sexual exploitation schemes in hotel premises. Their objective was to knowingly support and conceal Mr. Combs' coercive and drug-facilitated sexual encounters, including those involving the plaintiff. On multiple occasions, when the plaintiff was brought to hotel rooms to engage in sexual encounters directed by Diddy, the hotel defendants knowingly reserved these rooms under aliases, most notably Mr. Starr, in order to conceal Mr. Combs' identity and protect his privacy and public image. See, we didn't even know that. We didn't hear about rooms being held under the name Mr. Starr. This is a whole different case right here, right? Because now this is a whole different angle. This is the men that's coming out here making these allegations against Diddy now. So this is a whole different situation, right? Now let's keep going. On multiple occasions, when the plaintiff was brought to hotel rooms to engage in sexual encounters directed by Mr. Combs, the hotel defendants knowingly reserved these rooms under aliases, most notably Mr. Starr, in order to conceal Diddy's identity and protect his privacy and public image. The hotel defendants acted through staff and management intentionally used aliases to book rooms for Mr. Starr for similar pseudonyms. Granted Diddy and the plaintiff access to secured or restricted floors. Now see, here's the thing. When you say secured or restricted floors, same thing that happened in that videotape with Cassie. Nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about how nobody was in that hall, how Diddy had that whole hall reserved. He's going to say, and this is the problem, the Intercontinental was closed, so that helped that case. These other hotels are open. If this man can prove that other hotels conspired to close a whole hallway to facilitate freak-offs in which they say illegal activity happened, they can put Diddy back in that motherfucking on trial again. This is the part people don't understand. I told y'all this. When the feds really want you, you ain't gonna beat you might beat the first case like John Gotti. But then comes the second one, then comes the third one, then comes the fourth one, and they keep going until they get you. Y'all think everybody thought that this shit is over. When niggas beg for mercy, that's when the beef is over. You understand what I'm saying? That's when the beef is over. So y'all gotta realize this. You understand? Something is cooking. Something is cooking. So everybody thinks, oh yeah, Diddy won, it's over with. You niggas crazy. Y'all don't know some of the biggest mobsters and how the feds work. The feds keep coming until they get your ass locked down for life. That's how they work. Study federal cases. This is not hate. This is not me wishing nothing negative. No, I'm telling you what the real is. When the feds want you, they don't stop until they get you, nigga. Look at history. You don't have to look at me. Look at history. Let's keep going, right? But him pointing that out, very interesting. Because even in that hotel video, when Diddy and Cassie got into it, and he was throwing all that shit, not one person came out in that hallway. They allegedly had that entire hallway reserved. Think about what that means. So
that's something to
this
think
man
about.
Can say, hey, the hotel was complicit. They knew it was freak offs going on, and they helped him set it up. And those hotels are still open, and they can go back and do investigations and employees who was there or who may still be there. Man, it's gonna get real funky. You never know what the feds are up to now, right? Anyways, he said he says it was shielded. They shielded Diddy from detection by other guests and hotel security. Allowed Diddy's personal assistants and entourage to supply and clean up paraphernalia such as oils, candles, astroglide, and other materials for the encounters, right? Hotel staff routinely cleaned up evidence, including bottles, powders, and other signs of drug use to maintain secrecy and protect Diddy's reputation. They acted to preserve his image by eliminating traces of wrongdoing from hotel records and physical premises, right? In at least one known instance, to the plaintiff, Combs bribed the hotel personnel at the Intercontinental in Los Angeles with a $100,000 cash payment to prevent the release of surveillance footage showing him beating on Cassie Ventura, right? The existence of this payment arrangement reinforces hotel's awareness and willingness to facilitate and conceal Diddy's misconduct. Plaintiff did not learn of these payments, aliases, or full extent of the hotel's concealment practices until Diddy federal criminal trial in May of June 2025. Upon learning this, the plaintiff understood that the hotel defendants had knowingly participated in an enterprise designed to facilitate non-consensual, coerced, and drug-involved sexual acts orchestrated by Diddy. By continuing to reserve rooms under aliases, provide no questions asked accommodations, allowing escorts and access to and facilitate cleanups efforts, the hotel defendants substantially assisted Diddy in carrying out this illegal conduct and enabled the continuation and expansion of the conspiracy. These coordinated actions constitute a conspiracy to engage in an unlawful and harmful acts, to wit, sex trafficking and sexual battery, right? As a direct and proximate result of the defendant's conduct in each of them, the plaintiff has suffered and continues to suffer severe emotional distress, including profound humiliation, shame, degradation. Y'all already heard all of this. Now let's go on to the sex trafficking, right? The Trafficking Victims Protection Act, the TVPA, prohibits knowingly recruiting, enticing, harboring, transporting, providing, obtaining, advertising, maintaining, patronizing, or soliciting a person by means of force, threats of force, fraud, coercion, or any other combination thereof for the purpose of causing that person to engage in a commercial sex act. Defendant Combs knowingly recruited, enticed, and maintained the plaintiff through a scheme involving coercion, manipulation, and the administration of drugs without consent, all for the purpose of facilitating commercial sex acts from which Combs derived personal gratification and benefit. Combs, acting in concert with hotel personnel and other associates, orchestrated repeated encounters under false pretenses using aliases, controlled environments, and drug-laced products to remove the agency of plaintiff and others. Plaintiff is a victim of trafficking within the meaning of the TVPA and is entitled to bring a civil action under 18 U.S.C. 1595 against both the primary violators and those who knowingly benefited from the participation in the venue. The hotel defendants knowingly benefited from their involvement in this venture by receiving financial compensation from Diddy and his associates while facilitating this trafficking scheme as a direct and proximate, and let me say this again, as a direct and proximate result of the defendant's conduct, each of them, the plaintiff has suffered and continues to suffer all that stress he said he suffered, right? And so his attorney, his name is Salazar Evans, LLP, right? And so, yeah, man, this is one of them situations right here, bro. Diddy got one on him because now you got these men coming out saying, yo, he did that to us. See, it's one thing when it's just a woman. See what I'm saying? Again, it's one thing when it's just a woman. But then when it's the man, that's when it get real funky when it's the man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again to y'all. When it's the man, that's when it get real diabolical. When it's the man. Right? So you had, and I'm going to say it again, you had Diddy do what? Right? Beat the case with the woman. Now you got all these men saying this. And the same dude who was cooking Cassie said Diddy sex trafficked him too. He's suing Diddy too, said Diddy sex trafficked him. Now Diddy has already got priors. If they take Diddy back again, he get found guilty on another felony. I'm telling y'all. Right? I'm telling y'all what it is. So everybody can see what's going on. Clear as day. It's clear as day what's going on. Right? You all, like I said, can see it. It's in front of the world. And this is the situation that's going on, ladies and gentlemen. You know. And so, right? Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second, you guys.
Which state did the crime take place in?
So, yeah, man. That's basically the gist of this situation, man. Diddy is up against it. Point blank, period. And I feel like it's been quiet for a reason for the last couple of weeks. And I will always tell y'all, man, when the feds got a hard on for you, they're not finna play no games with you, man. When the feds got a hard on for you. You guys, y'all definitely let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all feel. Right? Like, share, subscribe. So to everybody that's tapped on in. So now you have, you know what I'm saying? This man right here. You know what I'm saying? Coming with these allegations against Diddy. Sex trafficking, conspiracy, and other things. In the hotels. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace.
Man, this is, when he gets out, let's see if those same people that was talking crap be right there kissing his butt and watch. Oh my gracious, when he gets out. I don't know, man. One side of me is like, if the government is all crooked and they throwing favors his way, that's how he beat the RICO and all this stuff. Now the lady done got fired. This thing has been a crazy merry-go-round. So it's a lot of things I can't believe, man. I can't believe that this guy is, I can't believe he's go both ways or whatever y'all want to call that. I can't believe that. I can't believe that he hiring men, women, and then Ali Carter talk about the children. There's a couple other people said that they seen children at his, they call them little people. I thought it was midgets. You know, I'm still trying to stay 21 or older, you know. But check this out, man. I'm gonna play one more song. Y'all know this is my favorite one right here. I don't think it's a hit, but I think I like the song. I like especially the ending. So check it out.
Ghetto, man.
I can't believe Diddy locked in a cell, tunnels under his house and he can't make bail. Neighbors scared stiff, won't retrieve they ball. If it bounce over Diddy gate,
They don't call.
ain't no doorbell ringing, ain't no fence climbing. They say the devil dance quiet when the stars aligning. Talk in the street about basements with screams, where the silence too loud and the truth still bleed. Lawyer walks off, said the case too thick. Even his mama on IV drip, sick, trying to detox demon while praying on lies. But you can't cleanse blood when it drips from the sky.
Lawyers will argue today that Sean Combs deserves some special treatment. They're hoping to get him out from behind bars as quickly as possible. This morning, the case against Sean Combs returns to court following the split verdict.
I can't believe I saw the twins in the pews, eyes wide shut, trying to dodge daddy's news. Courtroom silence when they walking slow. I felt the shame hit the floor like a soul on the go. They say he comfy now, sheets folded neat. Other inmates doing favors just to eat. He's still moving like a mobile with a plan, but God don't blink, the karma hits like a fan. Cases dropping daily, names ain't redacted. One brave soul said, nah, I ain't masking. I'm not anonymous, I'm proud with the pen. Said you're gonna remember this truth again and again.
We are just getting started. We're gonna win, and we're not gonna stop until he walks out of prison, a free man to his family. The defense argues there are exceptional circumstances.
I can't believe
Diddy was found not guilty, but the vibe in the room still felt filthy.
face to face, I ain't flinch or shake. I told him what you did to that girl was a damn disgrace. I can't believe
Diddy was found not guilty, but the vibe in the room still felt filthy.
face to face, I ain't flinch or shake. I told him what you did to that girl was a damn disgrace. I can't believe.
Man, that ending on that joint, man, is a. I ain't tooting my own horn or whatever, but I think that joint rock right there, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Shout out to all the enders. I can't believe. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.